off the Wi-Fi?
Yep.
Control 4 is correct.
Ready? Yep.
We are. Just let me know when that thing goes live, and then we can just hit it there. Live, baby. Yeah. What's up, Pops?
Yep. Are we live?
Yeah. We don't have our monitor right now. What's up, Pops?
How you doing, kid?
Hit your lav on there.
Well, this was a surprise attack.
You like it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Welcome to the Saturday at the Shop surprise attack.
and on today's show we have
The wait is over. What's hot when it's hot? What bad words did you learn from Luciano? Hey man, you're gonna need a hard hat. That's it.
and that's it.
That's it.
All right. I like that.
I'm doing the KISS program.
Yes, I keep it simple, stupid. I like that, and I do like how you wrote the headlines, and then you did seemingly forget what headlines you wrote.
Well, no, I write worse than you do. So ipso facto, I couldn't read my own writing. Leave me alone. I haven't had a cigar yet.
Also, will you just pull up the Facebook on there so we can monitor comments from
Sure.
live on the set? Good morning, everyone. Welcome for joining us. This is welcome Saturday at the Shop, and we had one hell of a week. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It was one hell of a week. We've got a lot of things to talk about today. We have actually important things that you might want to listen to as well.
Yeah.
But the first segment, you'll notice that we're changing over what our backdrop looks like. That's two reasons. One, we want to show you different angles from the lounge if you're not here to see it. Also, we want you to see what progress looks like. And it's not real pretty, but it's very important.
Blue is good.
Blue is good.
Blue is good, and we are very close to seeing the blue outside through that opening.
I cannot wait. We are making great. If we turn the cameras, you can see some framing that is up for this back wall. The hallway has cut across in the back.
Yep.
Next is going to be up here, framing all of this.
We just got power to do the show about 4 minutes ago. They've been doing the electrician thing.
We're officially air conditioning the space next door. Because
Yeah,
there's a
sure. I
massive-
mean, shit, it's only money.
It's only money.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have embraced that thought. And by the way, if you're coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago or Rome, let us know. We'll say good morning to you in your native tongue. And our friend Josh Sims, superstar of Rent-A-Car that works right here. Josh Sims in Rome. Good day, mate.
Excellent.
Italian right down the lane.
Right down
the
the
middle.
center, right down the pipe.
I'll have the chicken and parmesan.
By the way, we are going to be giving some stuff away because Crux, thank you, Sam Ventura and Casey Hogan and Jeff Hogan for sending us some Crux swag.
We do have
in
swag. Why?
In celebration of this Crux Epicure Habano, which released yesterday. First lounge in the country you could buy this from.
Yeah.
We did pre-release it.
Technically,
I'm gonna
we
be
kind of
honest.
had it a week ago, but that's just because they love us and we love them.
We're going to give some stuff away today. So here's how you can win some stuffs. Actually, really, really good swag from Crux. Hit the share button, comment done, and when you're commenting done,
How about comment, I love Crux Epicure Habano, because that's what we're smoking. That is what was released. We've been waiting for this thing for a year. We smoked this a year ago, and it's just now here due to box shortages and other issues, but it gave that cigar even more time to rest. It's beautiful.
this thing wakes your palate up right off the bat.
Right now.
But it's interesting because it's not a very strong cigar right off the bat, but it is very alive. I don't know how to best describe what it is because it
bright.
settles bright.
Yep. It's
That's a
very
good way to put it.
right off the jump.
Here are a couple things that you can win by just being a part of this show and interacting and getting your friends to watch it. These are some Crux. Actually, they're coasters, metal coasters, leather wrap that have a bottle opener in them.
Win-win.
Win them. Then also, Crux is not going cheap on their swag. They've got the raised embroidery.
Those are beautiful hats.
Nice looking hats.
Yeah.
We got a couple of these hats we'll give away, and then throughout the day, for those who come in and be a part of the the
come in
release.
and actually, come in and be part of this release of the Crux Habano, the Epicure Habano. The Epicure has always been a staple in the line. The Bull and Bear here kind of jumped over it from a sales perspective, but this I think is my favorite Crux.
Yes.
It's really good.
What is it, of the many things that we can be excited about right now, what is it that you're most excited about of what's happening? Construction, membership, summer promo, what products, Luch, what is it you're most excited about right now?
Man, that's impossible to answer. We're seeing incredible progress next door. That's exciting. Just the trip that we made to go look at these space age appliances that they use on a freaking space shuttle.
Well, they cost the space shuttle.
They cost as much as a space shuttle. So yeah, sure, a sandwich will cost you $150, but we're getting our money back.
Hold it. That's going to be a soundbite that somebody's pushing.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to have $150.
See, I told you, they probably charge you $100 to come into the place. We heard that one too. But how about the little pop in 1 week's notice? Hey, Luciano and his partner Jerome and his wife. Jerome was like the head of FIFA for 10 years. I mean, it is, and all of a sudden they're sitting back here a week later.
That's right.
And we had
two Frenchmen having a nice political battle back there in
Jesus
French.
Lord.
That was nice.
That was, yeah.
So that was.
I don't know what they're saying, but it didn't sound like it was good.
No, there was a lot of body language that was happening. But afterwards, we went to the Bad Words podcast. And I don't know if we're at 10,000 views yet, but we're getting pretty darn close, right? That is on Rumble. And just, if you have not been watching the Bad Words podcast on Rumble, we do that every Tuesday, 8:30 Central Standard Time. And we
actually have to be on time.
I tell you what, it's so invigorating. And because it has great traction, right? It really has some very nice traction for us. So we take it more serious. I know I'm prepping my mind as I'm driving in on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I mean, just to put it in perspective, the average cigar podcast gets between 50 and 250 views. And we're at 9,000. And so the first show was 6,000. And it's just, it's incredible. But what Luciano was on the show, and it was funny because his first comment 3 minutes into the show was, whoa, you guys are getting deep. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no skipping rocks across the water in this conversation. We're all just jumping in the deep end of the pool. And it was an hour and a half it went by really fast.
Really.
But that guy is just, you just want to get into a deep conversation with him because you open doors and stuff comes out and it's like, never thought of it that way.
You know, he's almost like the shepherd of Wednesday Wind Down. Wednesday Wind Down takes you 30 minutes to get your own natural shepherd that takes you through your thoughts. He can just shortcut that and then walk you through thoughts as well.
Yeah.
It's a very compelling, very, very valuable conversation. So you can listen to that on Apple, Spotify, any of your audio platforms, and you can also watch it on Rumble.
Yeah.
So that was excellent.
It was a blast. It was an absolute blast.
But I gotta say, I thought you were gonna talk about the shirt and shit, my style today.
Hadn't really crossed my mind at this point.
This isn't what you're excited about? Look at this.
Not necessarily,
You know
but I
why?
mean, if you're excited, I'm excited.
Because I am excited. This is the first tobacco leaf Hawaiian shirt I've ever designed. And
So you're a clothing designer now, complaining about all this lack of time that you have, and now all of a sudden you have time to design tobacco
the summer
shirts?
starts here. Next week, next Friday, this all comes to fruition. We've got these wood grain
Those are
glasses.
very cool.
We have a very limited run of these Hawaiian shirts. It's
But
got
they're
the
embroidered.
ICC
They got the
logo.
ICC logo.
All dye sublimation. It's got a little bit of love. You will not be able to purchase the black background, but the white background you will. And we went very low on production numbers. We have everything that you need when you come in, because we say your summer starts here.
Yeah.
Before you go to the boat, before you go to Costco, before you do those things, you stop in. But we'll have things that would just take care of your summer. We've got sunscreen coming in. We have odor neutralizing spray, not a masking spray or some sort of fragrant, but something that is just a deodorizer for those guys who have less accepting wives than we do in this business.
Adrian said he uses a sponge to put on Axe body spray. Just sponges it on.
That's more of his heritage thing. That wasn't a cigar thing. Too soon.
Luciano's in from Chicago.
Oh, Luciano's in a foreign country right now.
Look, he is literally in a foreign country like Chicago. Good day, mate. We miss you. Love you, and your glasses will arrive, or your contacts will arrive in Florida today. So
excellent.
No, it's great to see. It was such a special treat to have Luciano in.
And we dropped the cigar. We piggybacked it. The cigar we've been smoking, which I'm going to be honest, I looked at the inventory. You haven't been pulling from inventory what you've been smoking. It does not reflect what we actually have.
As an owner, I have the privilege of screwing up the inventory all by myself. I don't have to count on staff to do that.
And the skill.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I have the skill. The Luciano ICC Limitada 2022 in our hands. Yesterday I walked in, Fish is sitting right here, he's smoking one, he goes, game changer. And he said they all sat here the other night, all of them were blown away. Now, good news is, maybe one of the best cigars that I've had this year. Bad news is, there's 500.
No, there were 500.
There were 500. We started with
there are not many. This is one of those limiteds, and people do ask because it's really easy to get into the chase a limited, and then is this a limited worth chasing? Some of them you can have fun. Dip your foot in the water when the limited comes out, pick up a few or a box or something. This is one of those cigars that is definitely worth really diving into. Making sure you have some because years from now you're going to really wish you had some.
Well, and here's the thing: there's two very rare, well-aged Brazilian tobaccos in this. There were some products on the market. One that comes to mind is La Coliacion from Crown Heads, tied in with Willie Herrera, Brazilian. The reason that we brought in Espinosa was their Brazilian cigar.
That's right.
They're off their price sheet because they cannot get that tobacco anymore. And now you're talking about 9 and 12-year-old tobacco inside this cigar. What's interesting, it sits up just under 20 for our members. It's considerably less than that. But still, when Johnny bought 50 of them.
I thought there was a limit of 40.
Well, John, I sold him 10 of mine. But Johnny, there is a limit of 40.
Hashtag play favorites.
But anyway, long story short, his response was, this may be the best cigar for the money. That says a lot, ladies and gentlemen, when the world sits in this $6 to $12 range. It says a lot. So
it's remarkable.
It is, and wait till you see how bad I screw up the inventory today. Now that I know we've gotten this initial wave over, I'm about to break some hearts.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we've got going on. We have what's hot when it's hot.
As you know, if you live here in Dallas, Dallas is now officially the next 10 days will be the surface of the sun hot. It'll be 110 air temp on Wednesday, and we won't get out of the hundreds until next Tuesday. It'll be 99, but 105 feel like. So that means there is no way you're going to sit outside in your back patio and melt. The coolest thing on your patio can't be the ember on your cigar. That's all I'm saying.
That is a good rule of thumb.
That's rule number 2. So, A, our air conditioner works. B, there are some cigars right now that are
let's talk cigars
hot. Here. We just talked about the Crux Habano. Again, the Epicure Habano we've been waiting for a long time.
Let me just give a little bit of consumer advice with that.
Yeah.
Because right at the beginning, when you fire this thing up, it's very bright, it's very alive. But once you get in just a half inch of this cigar, it mellows out completely. That sweetness starts bringing in, that nuttiness comes in. It's a completely different cigar once you get in. So the consumer advice is, if when you fire it up, it's too bright, stick with it, it's going to change.
I didn't have a problem with the brightness. The other cigars right now that are just on fire in the humidor, the German engineered cigars Raum site. And for our friend Josh Sims, who our staff worker spent the week in Germany, he should have taken a few of these with him. But the Raum site is on fire. The other cigar that's back in, and it was because of our friend Frank Casio, the Foreign Affair. They sold out instantly. We brought in another load. They sold out instantly. We just got them back in this week. So we are back into the Foreign Affair business. This was another one that was a shocker, and no shock to you, this was done by Luciano. So you can expect some great things.
We're on the Luciano bandwagon.
I'll tell you what, I mean, there's a lot of stuff under his umbrella, and it's going to get bigger, and we're okay with that.
Did you see the, actually, I'll leave that after.
So talk about this, because you actually got a chance to do the wine pairing.
So this is the Mas Igneous. I'll give you a guess on who creates this cigar. But this, it's Luciano, by the way. This Mas Igneous is actually developed around a wine. His wine, and his business partner, Jerome, who is in this week, they actually brought bottles with.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
And you've been waiting to try that pairing.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
It was so much different than what I expected it to
Okay.
be. And he actually left a bottle of wine. So we will be able to do just a 4-5 person member.
Yeah, it's science.
something.
It's for science.
But
Yeah.
we will be able to pair these. And what I saw was so much different, because when you're pairing with something, or you're trying to find a pair, as Luke said, you don't actually make a pair, you try to find it. You have these peaks and valleys of flavor, and then maybe you catch a little something in the middle. What I noticed when you put this with his red wine, which of course we'll have next door,
Right.
is that it just creates this great bridge between the peaks and valleys of the taking the draw of the cigar and the drink of the wine, and it just
Gives you just a balanced
it
effect.
continuously has this finish that feels complete and balanced, and it gives you something to think about. I'm going to be honest, it's very confusing, because there are flavors that I've never tasted before. I couldn't figure out what was happening. So I'm definitely
Maybe
gonna
that's
take a
good.
seat. Oh, it's excellent. You could really feel yourself stepping to the next level, finding that perfect pair. The intensity of the Mas Igneous and the intensity or structure or body of the wine and the amount of tannins, perfectly in balance.
Incredible.
It's
Designed and engineered that way.
unbelievable.
As much as you can.
Unbelievable.
And then this hit me today. Standing in the humidor, the Atabey. It hit me when I saw the Atabey, I saw this beautiful sweating glass of iced tea. If there is a cigar that is the iced tea of cigars, just, you think about, there's certain days, like when it's hot outside, I don't want to have coffee outside, I don't want to have super hot, dense barbecue, there's certain things that go with certain times, and we're going into a hot time. If there's a cigar that is just chill, it is the Atabey. And I looked at it, and I just saw this beautiful glass of iced tea, and I thought, that's what this is.
That's actually a great education point, is when it is hot, you don't want
Dense
the
and heavy and
full- yeah,
spicy and all that stuff. You don't want that.
something fresh, something vibrant, like a blue.
Yeah, you think about it. I'm
Atabey.
going to give me some cucumber water. Give me some of these things that are just bright and clean and crisp and cool. And that's what that cigar does.
I really dig that.
Yeah.
I really dig that. There's one thing that's not on here that I want to talk about.
Good. Yeah,
We have one line who has equipped us with a number of cigars to do a standalone testing committee.
yeah. They understand how we do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they want in the humidor. But if you want in, raise your hand on this in the comments. Say in. We will have space for 4. We will do that hopefully this week.
We have
if
to.
not, we can do it the beginning of the next week. So we'll figure out those logistics. It's going to be one line. It's going to be a number of cigars in the line. Not quite a beat down like we do normally, but we're going to
And I
evaluate
think
that.
just put some meat on the bone in what you're explaining, so that, because we could have up to 20 new viewers on here. So talk about the evaluation process and what you're talking about of letting them be part of the evaluation process.
Yes. So how we curate our humidor, that's the best way to put it, is it's a curated selection. Everything in order to get into the humidor must be tested by a number of different levels of cigar smokers. Someone who's a novice, someone who knows everything about everything, full body smokers, female smokers, and we want to get the real feedback of, is this going to work in the humidor? Not snakes and smart.
Not what we
sparklers,
think.
not what we like.
No.
But what everyone likes and what everyone can really help sell between each other. Could I picture myself giving that to somebody and smoking that cigar with them? So we're going to run through that. One line is very serious and has sent us a big old box of cigars to get in. We'll run through that so that way we've got the information when we go to the show in a couple weeks.
Yep. Yep.
But very, very exciting. We will have new lines, and look, we go slow and monotonous and do it right. So we have lines that were passed this February.
Yeah.
And we will be announcing them after the show. We will actually be congratulating them at the show and making a part of a process.
Right. Yeah, I think there's 3 new lines that'll be added, and you know, when lines come on, some lines go away. I mean, there's just this balance, and you've got to not only earn your way on the floor, you got to earn your keep, and so we're going to do everything we can, and we don't. Of course, Brandon and his team, when we launch a line, we launch a line.
Yeah, you really need to do it right. And speaking of launching, talk to me about the hard hat tours.
So you guys actually had a meeting and you talked about some of the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of great advertising and promotion that you're doing around the Fuselage Lounge, the new lounge that's on the other side of this wall, the public lounge, all of the things that are coming together. We're obviously now we're knee deep in the food aspect of what we're going to have, which is really exciting. But one of the things that we did with this place, which was now, 6 years ago, we were doing hard hat tours every Wednesday night. People come in, literally would put on a hard hat and come in and see the progress. Well, we're at a point now where we want you guys to start coming in. In fact, the last time they actually helped pick color schemes and what colors paints do you like and things like that. So it was a very interactive thing, but it allows you to get a chance to see what's happening and watch the progress. And it's kind of funny, one of the guys I mentioned that was here, one of our members today, was sitting on a stack of drywall. And I had a picture of him sitting on, and I was telling him about it. He's like, please get me that picture. He wanted that memory of him sitting here looking at these studs sitting on a stack of sheetrock, and he just wanted to be able to say, I was here before it was here. So.
It would be basically 6 years to the day.
Yeah.
This is when we started doing that. And what I really like about this is we all have the question of what is the open date. The reality of building in Frisco in the world we live in is we don't have one yet. But what we can do is we can show you, here's where we stand, here's what's coming up next, and you get to put your name on the studs, you get to be a part of the process. And as we get closer and closer, because of the new added features, you will have access to trying food menus, trying drinks, trying all of these pairings, going through this. And those people who are part of that are also going to get first access at reservations for the date night experience. We will be doing pre-bookings for that, and I fully anticipate that being booked out for months. Because we're talking 4 tables, 2 seatings per evening.
Yep.
This is not
2 hour completely curated date.
It's going to be remarkable.
It's going to be an incredible event, and you're right. I think it's going to be booked out for months.
So look at that. That will be, obviously the hard hat tours will be free. We'll look at putting a little bit of chum in the water for you if you come in and be a part of it. Cigar for you. We'll find what that looks like. But we're going to have some fun. We're getting to this point where there's really good progress. Once we can get one thing done, we can get that buckled, then it starts moving.
The dominoes fall fast.
Really fast. So come be a part of it while the walls are still open.
Yep.
Look for that to launch. It should be this week. It could be the following week before we start getting those things live. But it'll be a great way to start bringing in some friends and showing them.
Pairs well with the Stretto coffee, I can tell you that much.
What doesn't? Okay, so we have Crux in the house, Luciano in the house. We've got, this week, we have a few lounge closures we want to talk about.
Yeah, talk about those.
So on Tuesday, on the 27th, we will be doing our Apex initiation. That will close down the private lounge from 7 until close. Majority of those guys will already be there anyways, so it's not much of an issue. Thursday, we will be closing out here at 7 p.m. Out here, I mean the public lounge.
Right.
What will be the Atabay lounge.
Right.
And then on Friday, of course, check your emails for this communication, but on Friday, we have a group of athletes and NFL players and the like who have rented out the backspace for just a few hours. I think 10 to 1.
10, yeah, probably 10 to 1:30, something like that.
Okay.
But
so
yeah, there's
for a brief period of time that will be
looks-
closed.
based on some of the guys that were there last year, it's going to be some big time names.
Hitter.
I'm excited.
Wednesday wind down. We've been told not to promote anymore because it got too full.
Wednesday, yeah.
And that is, it is smart to talk about Wednesday wind down, putting a pause because there's so much happening back there.
Yeah, right now, the room that we use for Wednesday wind down is currently staging a lot of construction equipment. So unless we can figure out how to do it at scale, which is meaning doing it in the private lounge or doing it in the public lounge, for a short period of time, we're going to have to put it on pause, which is unfortunate.
Oh, it'll come back.
But
it'll come back.
Oh, it'll fill up quick. I'm not worried about it filling back up at all.
And this thing is good.
It is really good. This is the
Ready
Robusto.
to.
The Toro's a little bit milder.
Yeah, the Robusto gets after it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
God, it's pretty though. And I was really nervous because the original bands I saw, they messed up, but then they must have fixed them and got them back in. God, it's pretty. Really well done. Well done, Jeff Hogan.
They are here. We've actually received a second order of them because the first one sold out. But we do have some here.
Speaking of selling out and coming back in, the accessories that are in,
Yeah.
a hand picked by our team.
Yes.
I will absolutely be leaving with one of those soft flames today.
Yeah.
It's the amount of, we brought in a ton of new lighters that sit in that $15 to $40 range.
Yeah.
And they're solid.
They're solid.
That concave, the $25 one, it's got good weight to it. You lay it down on the side, it's a cigar
Set a
rest.
cigar rest on it. Yeah.
The small
Punches
little soft flame, the Tiger.
And the beauty is we have a relationship with the manufacturer. The manufacturer is based out of Dallas. The product's not made in Dallas. This just can have a lighter for $25. It was made in the U.S. But if we have any issues, you just bring it in. I'm going to give you a new one, and they're going to take it back. It's just that simple.
And our rep, for those of you who have been with us since the beginning, our rep is Guillermo, who's the original rep for Casa Charente for us.
First rep to walk in.
That's
First rep
right.
to walk in the door.
Our original ICC exclusive, the first ever,
Yep.
was because of him.
Yep.
And to have him part of the family, and it's just no stress. We talked about what happens if something goes wrong. He says, we trust you guys. You're good. Just swap them out. We'll make it right.
Yep.
So there's just no hassle with it. There's no risk. And the new design.
Every other cigar manufacturer is now making you, or lighter manufacturers making you send the lighter back in. And if it's discontinued, that's an issue. And there's one manufacturer that I won't mention, but lo and behold, they never have parts for it. So it's just a mess.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Do we get any feedback on that number from the very beginning, so we can give a couple of these things away?
Yeah, Marty
Like,
Upton
open
is
this?
in, Frank the Tank is in, Turd's in, Kevin Amick is, Kevin's in Georgia. This might be a reason, Kevin, for you to jump on a plane. Come on, be part of this thing.
Well, let's do this. With Kevin's next order, let's put this hat in there for him.
Your brother's watching, and he's pissed off at me because I screwed up the inventory.
Oh, Nene's watching.
Yeah.
He's going to kick you right in the teeth.
It's Brandon's fault.
You know that ain't the truth, Nate.
So what is this?
That's going in Kevin Amick's next order.
Perfect. You want Kevin.
Good. Good.
He's getting, I think he got his, he should have got his Luciano's yesterday.
Oh, this would have been a great time to do it. Just put in another order.
Yeah.
It'll be easy.
Oh, he'll smoke one and he's going to put in another order.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And, Wayne, bam, cutter. Good.
And what about these little? First thing Ron says, I wish the edges were sharper. We could make them these throwing stars. So Ron's the only one that wants to actually cause physical harm with swag from cigar.
And with that, I think Ron has won these.
Yeah, I think we should all get a chance to throw one at him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so we'll do that right after the show.
Somebody draw a target on the back of his little bald head.
We'll set up a board and a target.
Okay, so here's the thing. Now as we get to the final segment of this, what I realize is, Adrian,
There's no room for me.
I framed up. You want to take these mics and sit here and do the opening with Pops?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Yeah, let's do that here.
Everybody, give it up for Adrian Barunda! Okay, well, that is a piss poor result of this crowd.
All right,
And maybe we're charging too much for the tickets to get in here because these guys are just like, they should entertain us for this much money. It's free, by the way. Hi, Adrian. How are you?
Good morning.
It's good to see you. Haven't
Saturday.
seen you since Tuesday.
Yeah, at least.
Are you having fun with the bad words?
I love it.
It makes Monday just enjoyable because you know Tuesday.
Yeah.
What's up with that? The first two shows, you guys haven't really used that many bad words.
Well, just keep watching.
You know why it's called bad words, right?
Yeah, I know why it's called bad words, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, we know, but we're not telling anybody. We want everybody to be under the program. Now, the good news is I was excited to see our friend Luciano just throwing some high, hard curve F-bombs in there. So I was really happy.
He definitely
about
cuss
that.
more than us.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've heard. It's called the Bad Words Podcast. We don't say bad words, but sometimes they slip out.
Well,
but that's all right.
Look, it's just like anything. At some point, it's just the floodgates are gonna open.
Yeah.
It's just gonna open. So, F off. So
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
Why don't you open that shirt?
yeah, why don't you open your shirt club shirt?
Yes.
The
And
new shirts are in, the new phone book's in. So
Yeah,
we're
so-
excited about this.
this is the June Cigars and Guns Shirt Club. You get a new Cigars and Guns themed shirt every month. This packaging is hard to open.
Too bad you don't have a knife.
And,
It is Texas. I'm surprised we don't have 4 knives flying at us right now.
But we collaborated with the Bad Words podcast for July. We already got the design
no.
set up. It's
Seriously?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
If you're not in the shirt club, you definitely probably want to get in now to at least get in on July's shirt. But if you're into old school, like 80s rock,
Oh,
you'll
nice.
kind of understand what this one is.
Nice.
Those are bad black.
Yeah.
Nice. Great job. The shirt club is just, it's just an incredible idea. The design and stuff you guys are doing is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, Brandon helps us out with some of the designs, and it's just a really cool thing, and it's exciting, and it's really neat. Yeah, I love T-shirts, and now I think we all have our members have a closet full of shirts, so we need to kind of recycle those. But
Our boy Evan,
Yeah.
our new marketing guy, promotions, PR, stuff like that. The dude is just a walking ATM of ideas.
Yeah.
And if you just say, let's come up with some ideas for T-shirts, we won't see him for a week. And then he comes back in, he's got 73 different T-shirts that we go, yeah, we might sell 4. Nice try. But some of the stuff he's doing is really, really good.
yeah, the dude is just phenomenal. He's definitely an asset to your all's company, right? I know he works for kind of Brandon and ICC, but
No,
yeah,
he's been the best.
He's great.
at it.
And
Great.
his, like, if we still had Rolodexes, right? His Rolodex of people is just,
Huge.
it's phenomenal.
Huge.
Yeah.
Some of the people that he's working on to get for the Bad Words podcast, if he pulls off a couple of these,
Yeah.
Katie bar the doors.
Yeah.
I wish we could. Yeah, you can't count it until they're sitting in the seat, so we're not going to do that. So with that, what are you going to do to stay cool this week?
Pound the patio pounders for one thing. Did y'all talk about that?
Pound the patio pounder. Well, we
Yeah.
talked about how hot it's going to be on the patio.
Yeah.
You might want to just come in and get a patio pounder pack,
There you go, and enjoy
which
the
is
AC.
an assortment of 5 cigars, and you get a lighter, and you get all of that stuff. They're about, what, 50, 60 bucks, something like that? And we've picked it. We've curated the assortment for you. We're going to test your palate a little bit on both sides and find out if you're maybe a more mild smoker or maybe a fuller bodied smoker. You
Yeah.
just didn't know it yet. So the cigars that are in it are all winners. For
Always,
sure.
always. Whenever
For
you
sure.
do these packs, I mean, it's always you're not going to get a bad pack ever.
No.
Yeah,
So we'll be doing that. We'll be trying to stay cool. Our air conditioner, knock on artificial wood, is going to work all week.
definitely.
Yeah. So with that, why don't you take us out?
Yeah, so catch us every Saturday for Saturday at the Shop, 10:10-ish Central Time, 8 a.m., and then catch us every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Time for the Bad Words podcast. We have phenomenal guests. We ask them questions. We get deep, and
Make them cry. We're here to make them cry.
We have made a few of them cry, but
Yeah.
yeah. Catch us, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay cool.
Stay cool. You know who we got to get on the show, Brandon? And I guarantee you he'll cry. Scott Noble.
Oh, we've got to get Noble on.
Yeah. And we start talking about his kids,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That dude will be a bumbling fool.
I would love to get him out of his element and get into real deep, good conversation. Because I don't know if I've ever had truly deep conversation with him before. And I think now I would love to have him. I mean, you have motocross rider turned into oil guy, terrible relationship with his dad, falling through, wanting to change it, be a good dad to his kids, has a best friend that helped save his life, come down, turning into a serious race car driver. Yeah. There's some story there.
Need a minute cut?